Cancer. It's a word that carries so much weight and honestly, a lot of confusion. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through the noise. We're going to break down what it is, where it comes from, and most importantly, what we can actually do about it using clear, simple facts.
So let's kick things off with the most basic question. What is cancer really? To put it simply, it's a disease where some of the body's cells just start growing out of control. Imagine a serious glitch in the body's instruction manual for making new cells. That's the kind of malfunction we're talking about.
To really get this, let's make a comparison. Normal, healthy cells are smart. They know when to grow, when to divide, and, crucially, when to die. It's a perfectly controlled process. Cancer cells, on the other hand, are like rebels. They ignore the signals to stop growing, and they don't die when they should, which leads to a mass of cells we call a tumor. So what causes this rebellion? This is a really critical point. Cancer isn't caused by just one single thing. It's a complex disease, and its development is usually the result of a combination of many different factors over time. To make sense of it all, we can break down these complex causes into four main groups. We're going to explore how our own genetics can play a part, the role of our daily lifestyle choices, factors in our environment, and even certain biological triggers from within our own bodies. First up, genetics. Sometimes the risk is written in our DNA. If you have a strong family history of a particular cancer, or if you've inherited specific gene mutations, your risk might be higher than average. It's not a guarantee, of course, but it is an important piece of the puzzle. Next, and this is a big one, are lifestyle factors. These are the choices we have more direct control over. We're talking about things like smoking and tobacco use, drinking too much alcohol, a diet heavy in processed foods and red meat, and not getting enough physical activity. Then there are the environmental triggers. This is stuff in the world around us. For example, getting way too much exposure to ultraviolet or UV rays from the sun, being exposed to harmful chemicals like asbestos, and even general air and water pollution can all contribute to cancer risk. And finally, we've got biological factors. This means things happening inside our own bodies. Certain viruses are directly linked to cancer, like HPV, which can cause cervical cancer, or hepatitis B and C, which can lead to liver cancer. Hormonal imbalances and long-term inflammation can also play a role. Now, I know hearing about all those causes can feel a little overwhelming, but here's the empowering part. Understanding the risks is the very first step toward reducing them. While not all cancers are preventable, all of us can take some powerful, concrete steps. Let's look at what those are. You see, prevention isn't about one single magic bullet. It's about a combination of smart strategies. It starts with those daily habits we control, it extends to how we protect ourselves from the world around us, and finally, it involves working with modern medicine to catch any problems early. And when you look at it like this, a lot of it comes down to a series of daily trade-offs, right? For risks like using tobacco or too much sun exposure, there are direct, protective actions we can take, like focusing on exercise or just remembering to use sunscreen. Every choice has a counterpart that can steer our health in a better direction. Beyond prevention is early detection, which is really just about being in tune with your body. Persistent and unexplained changes like the ones listed here are signals to get checked out. They shouldn't be ignored because catching cancer early is one of the biggest factors in successful treatment. And what if there is a diagnosis? Well, it's so important to know that, thanks to incredible scientific progress, we are now in an era with more effective treatment options than ever before. There is so much room for hope. The approach to treatment is multifaceted. Some methods, like surgery, physically remove the problem. Others, like radiation and chemotherapy, work at a cellular level to destroy the cancer. And beyond just fighting the disease, treatments like palliative care are absolutely crucial for managing symptoms and maintaining quality of life for patients. But the real game changers in recent years have been therapies like these. Immunotherapy cleverly uses the body's own immune system to fight the cancer. And targeted therapy is a smarter form of drug treatment that goes after cancer cells specifically, often with fewer side effects. These are giving patients better outcomes and more hope. All right, so we've covered a ton of ground, from what cancer is to how we can fight it. Let's wrap things up with the most important takeaways from this whole explainer. So, what's the big picture here? It's this. While cancer is a complex disease, we are not powerless. We can actively lower our risk through healthy choices. We can be our own best advocates by paying attention to our bodies and getting regular checkups. And we can have hope because modern treatments are evolving faster than ever, giving better and better results. We'll leave you with this one thought. Understanding this disease is the first and honestly the most powerful step toward preventing and fighting it. The knowledge is out there. The only question is, are you ready to use it?